Hey guys, what it do? It's Mo Gojo, man. Come on, Gojo is the GOAT, bro. Listen. Team Gojo got to talk about Gojo. You Sukuna heads keep talking about Sukuna. Now, although my Sukuna video actually is doing better than my Gojo videos, which is. But listen, Gojo can't lose, no matter what. Even if he loses, he can't lose. Let me explain. So Gojo, I think he is the core center of the Jujutsu Kaisen story, and he is the thread that connects everything together, right? He connects Utah's story to Yuji's story to Megumi's story. You know what I'm saying? He connects everybody together. He is the center of that. Also, his actions are the reason why most of the cast that we love are even alive in the first place. Yuji would have been executed or died without Gojo. Utah would never have become probably a Jujutsu sorcerer, or would have been executed as well if not for Gojo. Obviously, Megumi wouldn't have even become a Jujutsu sorcerer, or would have been sold to the Zenin clan and would have been a completely different thing if not for Gojo. Like, he's the reason for the new generation. He's the reason for the mindset of not following the Jujutsu system, right? The current system. He is the rebel leader. And as a result, as long as his team wins, the Makis of the world, the Yujis of the world, the Megumis of the world, the Hakaris of the world, as long as the next generation wins, even if he dies, he won. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of it, because I don't actually think, because I know people still live off of that quote that everybody might die except Yuji, or the other team might just win, blah 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 blah, or everybody might, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I don't really think that's gonna happen. I actually think the ending is gonna be more hopeful, because I think if you look at the themes of the story and the way the story has been written, and how Gojo no longer believes that the strongest person should do everything by themselves, but rather that together, even with weaker people, strong people combined, and especially if you have a bunch of strong people, you can have a better effect. And it's not about forcing people, it's about showing them why that's the way. Because again, he could have killed all the elders, but he didn't. He wanted the next generation to naturally change and become the elders that aren't so close-minded. That's what he wanted to do. And that's the beauty. Again, that's the beauty of it. But somebody massacred them anyway. It looked like it could have been Yuda, but we're not 100% sure. But again, he takes a lot of the burden, of course, pretty much all the burden, but he puts enough faith in the next generation. Like, even when he got sealed, he was like, I trust you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I think that alone helped elevate everybody to the next level. Like, Utah came through clutch as hell because Gojo told them about it. You know, Gojo was already, again, this is another thing that I think we underestimate when it comes to Gojo. He planned for Utah to come true because he felt like he had a feeling that something will happen to him, right? He knew that they couldn't defeat him, but he had a feeling something might happen to him, especially when the veil was made that everybody is allowed to get in except Gojo. Imagine making a binding vow like that type shit. And he got in anyway. But that was what he had, you know, he knew, okay, these guys are doing everything they can to get rid of me. But I'm not the most important thing. These kids are. And that's, you know, we might lose some along the way, of course. No, Barrow, we love you. But simultaneously, one of these guys, some of these guys, fuck it, maybe all of these guys will one day make me look like an average fucking sorcerer, bro. These kids have it. Like, he really believes in that, which is crazy as well. If you go back to Team Gojo, his confidence, his cockiness, the second, even with Geto, when he asked Geto, like, should I just kill all these guys? He could have been Sukuna, but he decided not to. Even when Geto went to the dark path, he made up his mind that no, this is not the way. And remember, they were ready to fight Jujutsu High, all of it. They was ready to fight the whole system if Rico decided to not become a star plasma vessel anymore, to not be a sacrificial lamb anymore. And the principle, again, who created Panda, was like that. And I think that's a part of he's actually he's actually a positive a positive part of Gojo and Geto, but especially Gojo's decision making, because he told them in a way that was like, make your decisions yourselves. He trusted the next generation, but he didn't have the power like Gojo to push it to the next level. But Gojo did, and Gojo again trusted. I think even like with that 200% Howl Purple, I think he wanted his friends, that he trusts. He wanted them to feel useful. I think that was really important for him. I think he wanted them to know, like, and he also wanted the kids to know that even when somebody's power doesn't look that strong, because again, he always calls Urome weak as hell, but he's trolling. Like, he's nice to everybody except her, but and she's nice to everyone except him. But he wanted to showcase that it doesn't matter how insignificant you think somebody's power is, it can be useful. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the beauty of it. And I think the kids watching him right now doing what he's doing by himself, I think now know, like, we don't have to do it by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? He's going out there by himself because if they all go out there and die, that defeats the purpose of them getting to that next level. They haven't reached it yet. So he got to buy time for them to reach it. He got to show them, listen, look at what I'm doing in real time. Look at me push myself to the next level in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gojo now in this fight against Sukuna is stronger than the Gojo pre-facing Sukuna. Like, the Gojo going head to head to Sukuna would lose to the Gojo that did fucking reverse curse technique to his brain, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he exceeded his limits. He doesn't even have a limit, bro. This guy, his power's called limitless, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I think Gojo can't lose, because as long as Jujutsu High wins, Gojo wins. You know what I'm saying? Sukuna has no win con, because he just wants to just rule and whatever. He doesn't have a win con for the whole situation. We're talking about narrative here. He has no win con, but he does have a lose con. Kenjaku has a win con, and that's the merger happening and the world being in chaos. The merger getting stopped, Gojo still wins. You know what I'm saying? The merger continuing and that calamity happening is Kenjaku's win. Again, what is Sukuna's win con? Being the strongest? He's been that. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I think that no matter what, Sukuna can't win. Yes, beating Gojo makes it that, yeah, I'm the strongest sorcerer of all time, but it's kind of already been proven that he's not. Because without Megumun's power, he got clapped up. You know what I'm saying? He got packed up. He got zooted up. Smoking on that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that showcases quite, everything that you need to know, really. Like, I think Gojo narratively wins. And I don't think we're going to have a dark ending like that, because I think that defeats the purpose of Gojo's whole narrative. It defeats the purpose of Gojo's whole belief system. It also defeats the purpose of Yuji's belief system. It defeats the purpose of the core theme of the story. You know what I'm saying? Notice that the Jujutsu students don't lose anybody when they jump somebody. The only time they lose is when they fight one-on-one. That's when somebody dies, right? Whenever think about all the fights. Whenever they fight together, they do not lose. They don't die. There's no casualties, right? It's rare. It's hard. Because together, they're way more powerful. Nobara and Yuji together were dominating. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to consider. But I think that's kind of the core theme of the story. I think it's together, we're better and stronger. Because we're not all Satoru freaking Gojo. Anyway, it's been your boy Supreme Trader God. Satoru Gojo is the GOAT. Subscribe. I'm out.